I've had a long-standing fascination with timber frame architecture, and I always wanted to build one. So when we decided to buy this property, the first thought I had was, all right, we'll build a little bathhouse, and that will essentially cover a lot of our needs while we build out the rest of the farm. And it ended up being that this structure is going to be our residence for the winter and while we do other things. So it's kind of evolved from a bathhouse to a tiny house. Now, I don't have any training in timber framing. I have a life of woodworking experience to draw from, but a lot of this is strictly experimental, and there are a lot of things that are not correct. And if you are experienced with timber framing, you may look at some of the things that I did here and have a good chuckle, but in the end, it resulted in a structure that is stable and should endure for quite some time. The infill of cordwood that I ended up using for the walls lends a lot of stability to some things that otherwise may have been a little on the questionable side. I feel good about it, and it put a roof over our heads, so I guess that's the main thing. And more importantly, by getting out of the analytical phase of my interest with timber framing and into the practical phase, I learned things that I could not have learned unless I had been willing to, take the risks and make the mistakes. And this video will give you a pretty good overview of what I did and how our community came together to help us raise the timber frame and get a good look at it. In subsequent videos, I of course will show how I did the cordwood and other things along the way, but this is not meant to be by any means an example of how to build a timber frame, more an example of how to pull the trigger and do something that you're interested in, even if you don't necessarily have all of the knowledge necessary to do a perfect job. It's good enough. So take a look and let me know what you think.
in.
Did it.
We're in. We're in.
Woo!
How
So
easy was
cool.
that?
Good one.
Like, but
Now we have to use some rafters because it's going to fall apart.